I think sometimes when you're neurodivergent, you have a really hard time like relating or connecting with other neurodivergent people. At least this has been my experience, but I'm wondering if other people can relate to this, because this person does a really good job of like breaking down like sort of like neurotypical like hierarchy and like how they think, and this is just like a really good comment. You should read it in general. But I just want to piggyback off this thought because I'm just like reflecting on so many of my relationships, and I think that a lot of times there is sort of like a miscommunication even with other neurodivergent people. I basically only make friends with people who are somewhere on the neurodivergent spectrum. Otherwise, like, I don't feel comfortable around them. My nervous system like cannot relax. And I think what happens a lot of times is like the conflict that I encounter with other neurodivergent people is less frequent than with neurotypicals, but I do notice that sometimes we have internalized different beliefs of like sort of like the neurotypical like norm. So like, for instance, like this is just like masking differences maybe. Like if I learned from a young age that like tone was really important, and tone was very policed in my household, and like tone was like something that was very destabilizing to me, and like I learned that from a young age, or maybe I just have a natural sensitivity to that kind of like sharp piercing speech, which would make sense because I'm just a very hypersensitive individual in general. But in that case, sometimes I struggle with neurodivergent people who have more of that like sharp, aggressive, I lack of a better word, aggressive. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be offensive. Like this is the problem, you know? Like, they have a little bit more blunt and edge to their speech. And we sometimes disagree about what was appropriate and what was okay and what was respectful and what was disrespectful. Like, we sometimes disagree about like that natural thing. And for them, it's like I can't express my truth. Like I can't express things the way I feel so deeply in the way that I need it to be expressed, or they are truly like tone blind. Like they don't hear it. Like they're not even aware that tone is something that like they can't even distinguish other people's tones very well. But I'm like hyper aware of it and hypersensitive to it. I feel like this happens a lot when I'm connecting with other neurodivergent people, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about it. I feel like a lot of times when I do have conflict with other neurodivergent individuals, it's because like one of us has internalized one truth, or like has masked better with society,